Thanks for tuning into another episode of Quik Reaction TV. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for new releases. We've got a good selection for you today. Let's get to it. Quik.
Breaking news, the president declaring a national emergency.
The new stay-at-home order.
We will shut you down.
Don't think you can get on a plane or a train.
This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
And we will take you to jail.
We've got to get them vaccinated.
Or we will keep you in a facility longer.
As the world was descending into synchronized tyranny, I began to ask myself, how did they get everyone to go along with this?
Oh, it feels so good. I know.
Obsessed with finding the answer, I began studying every moment in recorded history where masses of people acted against their own self-interest.
The only mechanism that could explain what was happening in society,
screw your freedom, you're a schmuck,
was what is usually referred to as mass formation.
Here we are now with an economy in crisis, but with an incredible opportunity.
unprecedented opportunity
For a reset.
Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished heads of state and government, the future is built by us. We need a great reset.
When they say, you'll be happy, what they mean is, you'll be enslaved.
Today, we have the technology to hack human beings on a massive scale.
Who masters those technologies will be the master of the world.
Those who control the data control the future not just of humanity, but the future of life itself.
Every aspect of our life has been infiltrated by people that do not have our best interests at heart.
There are forces using fear and isolation to induce mass psychosis.
I don't want you to be hopeful.
Environmental doom. Fires.
I want you to panic.
Storms.
It will kill your children.
I want you to feel the fear I feel every day.
People are starting to wake up. They're starting to wake across the world.
I'm seeing people come together from all walks of life, finally saying enough is enough.
We didn't come here for no reason. We have a voice and we're here to share it.
We have to be the solution. We cannot rely on the media, the president, or whoever to fix these problems.
I would rather pick up cans on the side of the highway than to live out of alignment with my truth.
We're all being driven back to the dream.
As you see in the audience, Democrats, Republicans, white, black, everyone all in between, this is the example that they do not want to see, but they have no choice.
The masses of humanity have been slapped awake.
Open your eyes.
It's time to wake up.
This is the Great Awakening.
People cannot go back into the matrix now. A lot of people are trying to. They can't.
Psst, pass it on.
I'm smiling, but it ain't funny. I'm smiling, but it ain't funny.
Have y'all seen Andre 3000's new promo video for a GQ? So I want you to notice that he's looking at you like he's telling you something, like he's got a message for you. All right, just look at him. He's looking at you like he's got a message for you, like he's telling you something. Even the one on top of the washing machine, he's looking down at you. And then when the camera pans in, into the washer, he leans down like he's literally trying to tell you something. Watch him. You see? All right, so what are they telling you? Let's dissect this. Let's get it. Thank you to TikTok for bringing back 10-minute videos. First off, all right, so we are all aware that we're in a matrix. We are in a game, okay? And the game has rules, and the game is also fixed, okay? Meaning we've done this over and over and over again. Hence why he's at a laundromat, right? He's in a cycle. He's got a cycle going, right? Pun intended or no pun intended, the way that you can look at it. So since we know the game is fixed, so there are messages that the game carries, and everything is literally a message, literally everything. So who are they talking about here? Okay, Andre, okay? Let's dissect the name. So we can look at it in many ways. We have and ray, okay? A ray is a light, right? The light is the sun, okay? Or and Ra, which is again the sun, and Ra, because A-E-I-O-U are the same thing. 0 is not a number, so you have 3, okay? And Ra 3, which is the 3-strand DNA that we've been talking about, right? This is our quote-unquote junk DNA unlocking, and it says is back with the exclamation point. And then it says he brought back his flu. We're gonna look this later, okay? But I want you to look at the number 3 right here, literally telling you, right? Your 3-strand DNA is being cleaned, okay? It shows you that your 3-strand DNA is being cleaned, so much so that they put Andre, your DNA, right, and Ray DNA inside of the washer, being cleaned. You see? Stick with me, y'all, and we're gonna break it down using numerology, all right? Because everything is numbers. We are literal walking numbers. And if you know numbers, you can decode things. Now, to go even deeper, you see 3 washers here, right? He is specifically on top of this one, which is the white sun, if you look at it. And then you go over here, you see the black one, the black sun, which is the yin and the yang, right? So this is a flip, literal, a total flip. Because if you look at GQ, it looks like an 8, doesn't it? The G and the Q looks like an 8 together, because that's what the timeline about. Escaping the matrix, escaping the matrix. So let's get to the numbers, y'all. So who is presenting this? We see GQ is the one that is presenting this. So we all know the 3D matrix is breaking down, and we're going to the 5th dimension, okay? Which is the heart chakra. So that would be the 4th chakra, 4, right? Now for the people who really know gematria and who've been following me, look what it also means in the Kabbalah, 42. Enough said. If you know about the number 42, nothing else needs to be said. You also have 4 plus 2 gives you 6. And since we are in the upside down, right, that gives you a 9. You flip that. So the 6 and the 9. The 6 and the 9. The yin and the yang. The white and the black sun. So our DNA, our 3-strand DNA, is being cleansed by the white and the black sun. Because it's coming back. You see? Alright? Now to further prove my point, he is playing what's called a flute, okay? Now the word flute in numerology gives you 26. And guess what else gives you 26? Cleaning gives you 26. Cleaning gives you 26. And what is this? What is this, y'all? What is it doing? It's cleaning, isn't it? It's cleaning. Now this says out of order. Sorry. Okay, now back to Andre. Let's see what Andre represents. Andre gives me 17 in Chaldean. 1 plus 7 is 8. Again, 8, breaking out the matrix, the time loop. Guess what else gives me 17? Heart. The heart of the earth, right? Also, again, because heart is an anagram for earth. Earth gives you 17, right? Which has to do with the heart chakra. Earth is an anagram for heart, y'all. Andre represents the heart of the earth. Now, no coincidence as to why we're witnessing to things like this.
Oh shit.
Alright? As to why we're witnessing things like this. This is the earth speaking. This is the heart speaking. She is playing her flute. I told y'all, these look like angels, don't they? They look like angels, right? As to why we're experiencing things like this. Which is actually why the earthquake happened in Iceland. You see, you know, because we were in ice, right? We were in the tundra. Things like this.
Oh my god.
When have we ever been witnessing things like this, y'all?
Oh.
This is the earth speaking. This is the heart speaking. They want to tell you this is their technology. No, y'all. The earth is alive. She's coming back alive.
Whoa.
Our DNA is cleansing.
Oh my god, I need to get the other camera.
Now, let's get a little deeper. Because if you look at the washer here, it says 22 and then 3. Now, 22 is actually 2 plus 2, and that gives you, again, 4, which is your heart chakra. 22 is also a master number. It is becoming the architect, the magnet. And then you have the 3 for the Holy Trinity, meaning that the Holy Trinity is bringing out the mastery within you, the architect, the creator. Now, the reason why that's important is because the 3 is on the right-hand side and the 22 is on the left-hand side. Now, we all know that the right-hand side feeds the left-hand side. Right over here, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this side feeds this side. So the feminine side feeds the masculine side. because women feed men, not the other way around. So literally the mother is feeding you. The mother is feeding, which is literally the 3 sons. You have the 3 and the 22. Now let's take it a little further. You have the K on this machine, right? K is the 11th letter in the alphabet. 11 is a portal. So now let's put that 11 with that 22. You get 33. 333, right? Christ consciousness, which is what's happening right now. Our DNA is being cleaned to attain Christ consciousness. You guys feel it. Y'all see the shift. Y'all feel the shift, or I should say. Now let's look at what our DNA is being cleaned with. Now if you look at this detergent over here, it says so fresh, so clean. And so fresh, so clean gives me 60, and 0 is not a number, so it's just literally 6. Now again, we are in the upside down. You flip that, you get a 9, the 6 and the 9. Look y'all, the 3, the 6 and the 9. 3, 6, 9. This is what Nikola Tesla was talking about. Let's look at what so fresh, so clean means. So this gives me 60. Now we drop the 0 and this gives us 6, which has to do with your third eye, right? Which is who you are, your identity. This is where your soul resides, your light body, because it's what the Holy Trinity is activating. Your left, your right brain, and your pineal gland, which is Isis, Ra, and El, which is why all this stuff is going on with, Israel. It's all a distraction. So let's look at what 60 gives us. This gives us neodymium, y'all. Neodymium. Neodymium is the 144, as you can see over here, right? You have the 6, flip it, that's a 9. Neo is literally telling you about Neo, becoming Neo. We are becoming Neo. And if you don't know what neodymium magnets are, they are the Earth's most rarest and strongest magnets. And what are we, y'all? We are electromagnetic beings. So the magnetism is coming back to us, y'all, which is the heart, which is literally the heart, y'all. So this is the message that Andre is sending us, because again, these videos don't go viral for no reason. They go viral because these are messages that the Matrix is sending us, that the mother is sending us, that the earth is sending us, that the heart is sending us. Alright, y'all, that's what Andre represents, y'all. So let me know what y'all think, y'all. Leave your comments down below, share, like, and follow for more. Please share this video for real, y'all. Alright, let's get this shift. Peace in.
It's facts. It's not facts. These facts is not facts.
By mid-2025. Now again, I had no idea about this. I didn't talk about this in previous videos because I never went back and read these books that I'd written. I just dictated them, and then I was such a workaholic, I just kept on going with the rest of my life and doing all this other stuff. And I never even went back and read them. So I was totally amazed to find out this prophecy of a first wave of ascension, that it was going to happen by mid-2025. And that there is going to be, as I just said, a full solar flash, but only after everybody's ready for it. So some of us are going to be able to go right into that higher astral body and be ready for the full-blown fourth density right away after this first wave happens. So apparently there will be some people who become incredible superheroes right off the bat. And this could involve telekinesis, this could involve telepathy, this could involve shooting lightning out of your hands, balls of light out of your hands. All these kinds of interesting things appear to be some of the basic stuff. The ability to project thought forms, to project complex visual thought forms. And again, by location, projecting your own essence into your fourth density body. And that's what we're all going to have to learn how to do. And once we're all finished with that, then there is a full solar flash, because now everybody has walked into fourth density, and everybody's walked off the stage of the earth. There's no need to be there anymore. We've all learned how to activate our astral bodies. We go into this new layer of existence, and only then is there the full solar flash. Now, the Law of One actually talks about all this stuff. And they estimate in the books that it's going to take somewhere between 100 to 700 years before this happens. Now, in the meantime, once we go through this first wave of ascension, we all get something that they describe extensively in the Law of One. You can go look it up or read Michael Prophecies again, where they talk about the third, fourth activated body. What the hell is the third, fourth activated body? The third, fourth activated body means that you live in a human body, you still have your body, but you also have your fourth density body activated enough that now it can do things like poltergeist events. It might start causing telekinesis to occur, and at first you don't realize that you are causing it, but it's this other version of you that would be like a ghost that lives at the same time as you are living. So you're interconnected with this consciousness, and it can actually go and move things without your awareness. And so if you look at all the teachings of the classic ancient master yogis, they all talk about the importance of raising your consciousness, and eventually gets to the point where people are having lucid dreams, out-of-body experiences, and in the case of levitating saints, we talk about this in our new movie Levitation. I hope you'll see that coming up. Levitation is going to be incredible. We have all these great stars we're interviewing for this, insiders. So when we see what's possible, it becomes an amazing phenomenon.
Leave that dope alone.
You haven't.
He needs to leave that dope alone.
They were telling us this whole time. Remember the movie 2012?
Of our nationally kept secrets would shatter most people's imagination of what is possible.
This is probably one of the more well-known black-budget time travel projects, with the exception of the Montauk Project. Many whistleblowers have said that the program was not actually shut down, but just classified into deep black.
The people that know everything about Looking Glass, that have gotten all the reports and all the information, the elites of the world, probably figured out that that was the end of the game, and nothing could be manipulated beyond that point.
According to the alleged insiders, the Looking Glass technology was apparently used to look backward and forward in time, using the consciousness of an operator as a type of steering mechanism. The operator would sit in a chair that was apparently recovered from a downed extraterrestrial craft capable of interfacing with consciousness directly. When the device was turned on, strong toroidal fields of energy cycled about a pouch of water at the center, which acted as a sort of resonator for in-streaming energies from the point of focus maintained by the operator. The data was collected and projected onto video monitors at incredible speeds, which later needed to be de-interlaced to reveal discernible images. What's interesting is that the biases of the operator would have a direct effect on the images collected. For example, if one were to look back to the time of Jesus' crucifixion, if the person doing so was an atheist, they may not see anything at all. But if the person was a Christian, they may see the infamous crucifixion event. This is suggestive of a time-space mechanic in the universe, wherein the human mind is able to navigate through time itself. The work of Dewey B. Larson and his reciprocal systems theory provides the basis for this interpretation. Briefly, as described by Larson, the universe is broken up into two physical regions, as defined by motion. Below the speed of light, motion operates in 3 dimensions of space and 1 dimension of time. Above the speed of light, motion operates in 1 dimension of space and 3 dimensions of time. As bizarre as that sounds, the mind is uniquely equipped to navigate in time, which is able to access memories of the past, gain awareness of events in the present, conceive of future possibilities, and even imagine alternative events that did not actually happen. In other words, the human mind can select a point of focus, just like in remote viewing, and receive the information from the store of memories made during the experience.
Do you know the difference between Looking Glass and the yellow cube?
Yes.
Okay. Are you aware of what happened to the yellow cube and how it was used and so on?
I believe that the yellow cube still exists. I can't say for certain if it's on this planet, but I would say that it's definitely protected from use at this point.
Okay, well that coincides with the testimony we got.
The yellow cube or the yellow book would give you your possible future.
Yes.
So it took basically the choices that you would inherently make along a timeline and tell you what that timeline would be, given that you made all the choices that your brain would make.
Well, this is exactly what I was just going to ask you. What we were told is that leaders of governments and so on, people in high places, politically, would use this to try to see their most optimum future and then follow those. So they were using it to enhance their wealth, et cetera, in a very egotistical way. And that was part of the problem with it.
The Looking Glass device seems to be capable of the same type of process. To access a data stream from any conceivable location in space or time, steered via the consciousness of an operator. According to the testimony of Burish, the technology was provided to the human race during the Sumerian times, when an advanced contingent of future humans went back in time and provided that civilization assistance after a cataclysm known as the Deluge. The Sumerian cylinder seals were encoded with plans to build the Looking Glass device. Earlier versions of the project saw the development of an actual portal that an individual could move through to jump in time. According to Burish, accounts provided by captured beings known in the program as P-45s, future humans 45,000 years into the future, the Earth was destroyed by massive cataclysms around the year 2012. This is apparently because Looking Glass devices were actively being used during a major celestial alignment, which overloaded the organic energy grid of the planet. Burish further claims that the device has been dismantled as a result of discovering two probable timelines, one of which is the cataclysm described by the captured being. An attempt was made to look into the future, but no concrete data was able to be received past the infamous date of December 21st, 2012, suggesting that this date is a nexus point in time, whereby either Timeline 1 or Timeline 2 would gain momentum. In the last report, Burish suggested that Timeline 1, the positive timeline, had an over 80% likelihood of coming to fruition. Given that we are nearly a decade beyond the 2012 date, and no major cataclysms have occurred, we are most likely well entrenched within the positive timeline. This is undoubtedly one of the more intriguing topics in Awakening Times, which seems to be well hidden in popular works of fiction. Corey Good, a secret space program insider, claims to have reviewed documentation relating to this project.
It would be very hard to accept that all of this information that is currently held secret and classified.
Bodies! 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 Bodies!
Could you describe Raven Rock to me, like what it is, what it's for?
No.
Raven Rock, like Area 51, remains one of the U.S. government's most classified installations. It's all part of a plan that was hatched 70 years ago.
In the 1950s, the government came up with plans for a deep underground command center where the president and, a few hundred staff members not only could take shelter, but also could direct a nuclear war.
The plan is called Continuity of Government, or COG.
At any moment, we could see thousands of members of the government completely wiped out, but there's a secondary government, a shadow government that is ready to take over at a moment's notice.
Raven Rock is an underground backup Pentagon.
It's the most unbelievable place you can imagine. You're 768 feet below the surface.
Don Camel spent 3.5 years at Raven Rock as part of the president's communication team. He's never spoken on camera before about his time working in the secret bunker.
Basically, they carved out a city underground that could survive a direct hit from a nuclear blast. After you go through the security, you walk in and it's basically an underground tunnel. There's a blast door that was 3.5 foot thick that weighed 30 tons. You go through like an airlock, and they had 2 of those doors, and then you walk another half a mile.
A half mile deeper into the mountain is the bunker itself.
And you're going past 5 buildings. Those represent the 5 rings of the Pentagon. And each of those buildings are 3 stories tall, and they probably have 50 to 80 offices per floor.
The Dulce subterranean base. This 7-story compound is said to be the site of horrific genetic experimentation on human-alien hybrids and cutting-edge technologies beyond imagination. Level 1 serves as both the security checkpoint and communications office, where government personnel manage access and interact with potential extraterrestrial contacts. At Level 2, sprawling living quarters provide shelter solely for human personnel. Level 3 of the underground facility contains executive offices and alien science labs, where enigmatic experiments challenge the boundaries of human understanding of extraterrestrial technology. On Level 4, disturbing mind control experiments are allegedly conducted, delving into the dark realms of manipulating consciousness and human behavior within the shadowy depths. Level 5 is said to house alien living quarters. Several extraterrestrial species coexist within the depths of the underground base. At Level 6, disturbing genetic experiments are allegedly conducted, delving into the boundaries of biological manipulation. At Level 7, rumors speak of cryogenic storage chambers, where chilling mysteries lie frozen.
Damn! Yes, every 40 seconds a child goes missing. I know y'all don't know me, but I've been on this conscious journey for a while. I've been seeking information for so long. This is what I posted on my Instagram just 41 weeks ago. But as you can see, look at the U.S. trafficking hotspots up here, honey, and look at where the underground tunnels be. Snatching their asses up, going straight on the bottom of the ground. Like, that is just crazy, right? Not a coincidence either.
An advanced network of tunnel systems, which are basically underground alien bases that are controlled by Luciferian technicians and Draconians. But what you got to understand is that these underground facilities work in synergy with the 269 Walmarts that got closed down, because they're basically gateways that lead to the Denver airport. So when you have a pole shift, there's mass calamity on the surface of the planet, to where the governmental elite, the oligarchs, and the aristocracy got to hide in these tunnel systems in order to escape judgment. Now, these underground alien bases are basically station points for many different malevolent extraterrestrial species that come to this planet for experimentation and for extermination when you're talking about eugenics and depopulation. Now, what you also got to understand is Book of Daniel, and you take out all the vowels and you translate it in ancient Hebrew and you read it backwards. It tells you that there's an intergalactic gateway inside the planet that leads you to a subterranean kingdom when you're talking about Hollow Earth and the city of Shambhala. Many different ley lines on the planet, many that they're basically energy centers, because they contain concentric interstellar vortex portals that basically take you to the moon, because the Draconians built the moon as a Draconian mothership on planet Jupiter. Looking at as many different maps that basically coincide with the underground tunnels.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
A legal underground bunker was just found in Yakima, Washington, while searching for missing 5-year-old Lucian Munguia. Lucian disappeared from Sarge Hubbard Park on September 10th of this year, and if you need more information about this, go look at my previous video about him down below. Lucian's family received a tip that he was being held in an underground bunker somewhere near the park. And when his dad Juan and other searchers investigated that tip, it led them to this bunker between Keys Road and the Yakima River on a remote lot that's property of Yakima County. The area had previously been searched multiple times, but the entrance to the bunker was hidden beneath heavy layers of dirt and tree branches, making it really hard to find. The bunker is 6 feet deep, includes multiple rooms, a propane hookup, and a heater. It's extremely creepy. According to Juan, they found nooses, weapons, scuba suits with holes cut out of the private areas, and a bunch of masks. So they took a bunch of photos and notified the Yakima Police Department. But even though the tip proved somewhat accurate, there was just no sign of Lucian there at all. This is the third illegal underground bunker found in Yakima this year, and they're all allegedly built by the same man, who's 61 years old and has been homeless in the area for years. This man was arrested in 2018 after police discovered another bunker of his in the Yakima Sportsman State Park. He pleaded guilty to second-degree malicious mischief and was sentenced to 90 days in jail, which is the max for that crime. According to court documents, this man has multiple previous convictions dating back to the 1980s, such as assault and lewd conduct. This is extremely concerning, considering he's choosing parks where little kids play at to build these underground bunkers on. And while there isn't any connection to Lucian yet, this should still be a PSA. Authorities are saying there really isn't much they can do besides issue an eviction and clean up the area, so beware. Lucian's family is offering a $10,000 reward for information leading to Lucian's safe return. It's coming up on 2 months now, and we really need to find Lucian. If you have any information regarding his disappearance, please call the Yakima Police Department at 509-575-6200.
There are bunkers everywhere in this country.
Nevertheless, their objective remains the total conquest of all Europe.
I'm currently inside of the largest bunker in all of Switzerland. It is massive. I mean, look at this place. 30,000 square meters of space, which is 300,000 square feet for those imperial people out there like me. And I'm hanging out with Eric, who currently owns the bunker.
This is where the crew was taking the showers. Showering 85 meters of rock above you.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the deepest showers in the world. He's been showing me giant cannons and the sleeping quarters and the hospital and the giant generators that have provided electricity for this place. From the outside, this thing does not look big at all. Wow. Look at that. That is amazing. A reminder that every time you see a little door in the forest that goes into a bunker, it's probably a massive network of tunnels. 2 meters of concrete here at the entrance. You go inside of this door and you are let into a labyrinth of tunnels and weaponry.
8 kilometers of walkways.
8 kilometers. Yeah. Oh, and with the most gnarly doors you've ever seen in your life. They're quadruple fortified with huge slabs of concrete.
This is like 2 meters of concrete. You'd sit behind there with a rifle and be able to protect the entrances.
Wow.